Senator Blunt, thanks for joining us this morning. You just heard Senator Coons. What's your response?
Well, Chris is right. We've worked on a lot of things from the victims of child abuse to behavioral health to the national service. We're going to continue to find ways to work together. One of the great things about the Senate and the Senate rules, which I think if we maintain the majority will continue to be the same, is you have to reach across the aisle. You have to find in almost every Senate somebody on the other side to get things done. That's a good thing. Senators are inclined to do that. And where we are now, I think, George, it's kind of like that movie Analyze This, where the key phrase was, it's a process. There's a process here that we need to go through. I think both Vice President Biden and President Trump benefit from that process working its way totally through the process. Actually, the media can project, but the media doesn't get to decide who the winner is. There's a canvassing process that needs to happen. I said on Friday, I thought it was time for the president to turn this discussion over to his lawyers, time for the lawyers to make the case that they have, both in court and to the American people. And then we're going to have to deal with those facts as they're presented. That has to happen, and then we move forward.
Let me stop you right there.
Let me say one other thing.
Okay.
Let me say one other thing. Go ahead.
Well, Senator Murkowski and Senator Romney have both. Okay, go ahead. Say your piece, and then I'll respond with my next question.
Well, they certainly have the right to do whatever they want to do. I think this is a time when the extra 5 days or so to get the process finished, to actually let the states look at the challenges in their state. This is a close election. This is closer than anybody thought. If you're the president and you look at the press projecting something, almost nothing the press projected in this election turned out to be right. There was no blue wave. If there is a mandate, the mandate is we want people to work together. There weren't great losses of Republican candidates because of President Trump, nor did President Trump get a thrashing. He actually, with Hispanic voters, with black voters, with voters
Senator,
that nobody expected to come to him,
let's talk about the facts. Let's talk about the facts right now. I mean, Senator Murkowski and Senator Romney have both acknowledged the victory, congratulated President-elect Biden. The president-elect is up by 10,000 votes in Georgia, almost 20 in Arizona, 27 in Nevada, 37,000 and climbing in Pennsylvania, far more in the other states. You're a former Secretary of State. I've spoken with Secretary of States, Democrat and Republican state officials over the last several days. They've said they've seen no widespread evidence of any kind of fraud at all. Joe Biden has won this election. Why can't you acknowledge it?
Well, what I said on Friday and what Chris Christie said just a few minutes ago on this show is it's time for the president's lawyers to present the facts, and then it's time for those facts to speak for themselves. It's going to be much easier to work toward the kind of transition we want, look at the inauguration, which I'm going to have the honor of chairing again this time, and bringing the country together if everybody feels like we went through a process and everybody was heard. Every legal vote was counted. Every illegal vote was challenged and not counted. We come to a conclusion. I think that happens pretty quickly. Almost every state within 7 to 10 days of the election goes through that entire canvas. There are always some changes. Seems unlikely that any changes could be big enough to make a difference, but this is a close election, and we need to acknowledge that. I read twice in reports this morning the Democrat blue wall has returned, the blue wall of Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin. The blue wall is at best a blue speed bump now. This is a competitive country. There is a message to whoever the next president is to work together. I look forward to the president dealing with this however he needs to deal with it. I thought Vice President Biden did a great job last night talking about where the country wants to head. And one way to do that is to finish this election the way it deserves to be finished.
You're chairman of the Rules Committee right now, in charge of the inauguration, as you said. Are we going to have anything like a normal inauguration given the pandemic?
Well, we're going to decide. We're planning for a normal inauguration, the 6-person committee, 3 senators, 3 House members that I chair. We're moving forward anticipating an outside full-scale inauguration. It's easier to scale back than to scale up. and we're going to be talking to people this week about that very topic, and hope that the person who's sworn in on inaugural day sees it as a great day, even though what happens at the Capitol is up to the Congress to decide. The president-elect is our guest that day. And once again, I think we're going to project to the world that democracy works, that this country, where with the president's efforts and other efforts, incredible energy in this election produced a result, and that this is a great time for us to show how a true democracy works. And hopefully I'm confident we're going to see that. I expect to see both Vice President Biden and President Trump on the stage on inaugural day, and that'll be a powerful message no matter which one of them is sworn in that day.
Senator Blunt, thanks for your time this morning. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.